Hi everyone, well this is the video that I announced a couple of videos back and I haven't got round to it till today, and as you can see by the title it's goths, emos, alternatives, others, and I suppose that it'll be a little bit controversial, but I don't really care. This is something that has been with me for a long time, something that I see a lot within the goth community, and something I don't particularly like. When you think about goths as a subculture, and you go online, you read a lot about it, you read a lot of people's accounts of their life within the subculture. You talk to friends, they talk about their life, their experiences within the subculture. And as you're going through all that and sifting it, you'll find a hell of a lot about people that talk about the way other people treat us as a subculture. A lot of it is to do with they just don't understand the subculture. They don't understand the colours we wear. They don't understand designs of clothing we wear, things that we love to do. A lot of people don't take a lot of time to figure that out, so they just look at the surface and go, bloody hell, that's a bit weird for me, and they'll step back a little bit. You've heard people say about people with, say, children, they'll pull the child over towards them and give you a funny look as though you're probably going to flipping sacrifice them on the altar of whatever. But yeah, so out there's a lot of misunderstanding towards us. There's lots of ways that people portray that. Some it's just in here, that's the way they think and feel. Some are more verbal with it, some are very abusive with it, and we know that people can be abused because of it. We know that Sophie Lancaster ended up losing her life through wanting to be exactly who she was. But the thing that bothers me a lot within the subculture, we would admit that we have to live with that. It's thrown at us all the time in one way or another. So in the process of that, we should become tolerant to it. Not to what people do to us, but tolerant with the understanding that we know what it feels like to receive it. And in the process of that, it's a bloody good idea not to flipping dish it out in that direction. And I think out of many subcultures, we probably get it a little bit more than some. So we should understand it a lot better, and how it affects those that are receiving it, physically, mentally. Why would we want to put that onto other people? And the thing that really makes it stand out for me is emo. Now, I'm not going to say emo's goth. It's not goth. It's its own little subculture. In some ways there's similarities. Now, You can't blame someone in the street or whatever that's not being bloody awkward or anything, but maybe will say to you, oh, are you emo? Now I've heard goths doing the freaking nut over that. What? Bloody emo? What out? I'm not a freaking emo. What the flicking hell's that about? People out there, takes them all the time to know what goth is, what heavy metal is, what this subculture is, that subculture. They don't understand a lot of these things. They live with it. It's around them. If you've got a subculture that looks very much like goth, or it looks like a metalhead or whatever you want, people are probably going to associate it with that one they know. So there's lots of subcultures out there, little ones that look very, very much goth. And people are going to mistake them, and they're going to say, are you that? Are you this? Are you that? I get people all the time deciding whether I'm goth, punk, into heavy rock, and I can understand that. They look at different aspects of me, and if you take that, yeah, that's goth, that looks a bit metal. Yeah, but put that with that, it looks a bit punk, doesn't it? Does that give me the right to flip in, be an arsehole? Because people don't understand. People are trying. If somebody thinks you're something else, they're trying. They're not being an arsehole, they're trying. The mind's going, oh. So when they come up to you and say, just the fact they're bloody talking to you, whether it's here or just over there, the fact that they're saying, oh, are you this, or are you that, they're bloody talking to you, which is a damn sight better than if they're over there sneering or don't give a shit. So to them it's probably an opening where they want to talk to you, and they want to know all about you and all about what makes you tick. Yeah, you don't have to give them all the details. People are individual. Some people like to talk about it, some don't. But if people want to make an opening to talk, take it as an opening, and it's the only way that we're going to get tolerance towards us, is if people start to understand us. There'll always be the dickhead. Now, the dickhead will have a go at everybody, even another dickhead. They're just dickheads. But back to the emo bit. I see it so many times in the subculture. There's the two, I think it's two videos, goth through the ages of the woman, goth through the ages of the man, and the person's putting it together the best way they bloody know how, and they maybe see it this way, but they'll put goth this year, goth that year, goth that, and stick an emo in, and it bloody goes haywire. What the bloody hell? Emo shouldn't be in there, bloody emos this, emos that. I'm not a freaking emo, but it doesn't bloody matter. Let's stop doing to emos what we don't want people doing to us, because that's what you're doing. And I know people won't like me for saying these things. Some will try and justify what they say. Well, no, you can't freaking justify it. People will say, yeah, but that's right. No, it isn't bloody right. Okay, they're emo, you're goth. And if somebody mistakes it, tough bloody shit. It's not going to change your life. You're going to go home and do whatever you do. That person's going to go home and do whatever they do. And they're people. Emos are bloody people. They've got feelings the same as anyone else, and they can be hurt and can have a devastating effect on the life depending on what's thrown at them. But they'll persevere. They won't step away from it. They'll persevere like a goth will persevere. Say, another day is another day. I freaking hate this, but another day is another day. But we've got to stop this bloody crap. I don't know what the hell it is with goth and emo, and it's only there because goths put it there. Now on Instagram, right from the beginning, I had people clicking on me, following me, and the vast majority, especially at the beginning, was emos. Now I said to myself, why the hell? Because everything I put up is goth related, more or less, unless it's food. I thought, hang on, how come I'm goth and I've got all these emos following me, and they're sort of quite young emos? I've never asked, maybe I should, in a polite way, but it tells some sort of story that they haven't got the same mentality that we've got. How many goths that have got that attitude are going to click on an emo? Oh, I'll follow that emo because they look interesting. Well, I bloody well would. The thing is, they started following me. I've watched lots, I've watched a lot online, and I'm not saying there isn't any anywhere, but on there I have never seen one emo knock down anything goth, and anything I've ever put up, I've never had a snigger, I've never had a pointy finger, I've never had a snidey remark, nothing. I've had compliments and all that sort of thing. I've never had an emo that treats a goth like goths treat emos, and that says something really. Now, I'm not saying nobody's ever come across a situation where emos are a bit of an arsehole. Everybody can be an arsehole. Got to be careful though that our attitude towards emos don't make that attitude, because if some faction of people copped it from goths all the time, they will have a freaking attitude towards goths. So the first bit really is, and the main bit really was emo, that why the hell are we doing it? We shouldn't be doing it. There's no justification for doing it. People can leave loads of justifications for doing it, and it's a load of cobblers, because you're never justified in pulling another person down. And because, one, it's because they're different. Two, because they are sort of similar to us in some respects. If I went out there in the street and I took a couple of emos along and said to people, pick the goth, they'd probably pick an emo. I've seen the odd emo that I've had to think, now, is that emo? Is it goth? Some of them emos will cross the bridge one day, probably get a bit older and say, I'm going to move now, and they'll shift and they'll become goth. They'll become bloody good goths. There's that other thing that you see a lot. Oh, it was like goths. How many people talk about, oh, goth, it's just a phase. Oh, really? When does that happen then? I am bloody 60 now. When does that phase happen? But everybody talks about emos. Oh, goth's a lifestyle, emos a fad. Maybe they're looking at it the same way as people looked at goth. Now, in my travels around the internet, more and more I'm finding old emos that they've either grown up through it, quite old now, not sort of 60 or something, but they're past the age where everybody thought, oh, they'll just give up, and they're bloody happy being emos. Some, I'm assuming, are older, but have said, I like that style, everything, and they've gone that way. So I think you might find that it's going to hang around as a subculture. It's not going to disappear at 16. But anyway, the fact is, getting back to the point, emos especially, what the hell's that about? In our subculture, we need tolerance to people, whatever they look like, whatever music they like, and especially if they are not waging all-out war on us, there's no reason not to be friendly and have a bloody cup of coffee with them or whatever. I meet any in town, I'll have a bloody cup of coffee with them and I'll have a good chat. And I've had some that are very sheepishly creep up to me because they want to talk. But they, again, probably through the internet, they think, well, if I do, what the frickin' hell's going to happen? Is he going to frickin' eat me for dinner? So very warily and cautiously creep up to you to talk. It's a bloody good thing. So let's stop the crap. Apart from that, like I said, it's emos, it's alternative subcultures. There's lots out there, and not just emo. Again, if a subculture isn't saying, I want to annihilate goths, I freaking hate goths, then enjoy them as well. There's nothing wrong being friends and friendly and getting on and having a pint with each other and a cup of coffee with each other, enjoying their music, they enjoy your music, whatever. It's called getting on in the world, and we can probably be a little bit more where we're showing the world how you can get on with people than the world at the moment is bloody showing. Don't let's fall into that crap, and where the world's disintegrating a bit at the moment, let's not fricking fall into that trap. So yeah, because we're goth, because of what we have to go through, let's look at a bit of tolerance, less of the bloody spilling out the mouth, because sometimes when I hear goths talking about emos, talking about other subcultures, bloody hell, it's like a troll with a face, because trolls tend to hide behind somebody else's photograph or a photograph of something really way out and wonderful, or no photograph at all. But when you can see the photograph, you can see video of the person and everything, and they're spilling out stuff that would come out of a troll's mouth, it's not good. So whether you like me for it, whether you don't, I'd rather you like me for it. If you don't, not a lot I can do about it. But at the bottom of it all, for whatever you say here, you know here that I'm right. And I would like to see goths being positive. I've always looked upon goth subculture as a positive subculture. Bloody good people, there's a hell of a lot of bloody good people. And people I meet that are not goth, one of the things they always say to me is, I like goths, they're bloody nice. Cafe owners, whatever. I've never had anyone say anything about goths. If I went and brought 12 goths with me into their cafe or whatever, they'll be happy, and not just because they're making money, but any time that they've had an encounter with goths, it's always been a positive one. Don't let's bloody shake that bloody confidence that people have, because we need confidence within ourselves to put it out there to other people. And just remember this, what you don't want people doing to you, just don't bloody do it to them. You can have this thing where you think, well, I'll love an emo, I'll love a metalhead, I'll love a hoodie, whatever. And others will go, well, I love that, but can't deal with that. But doesn't stop us being tolerant towards it, does it? If I'm in town, I don't give a shit what subculture someone's in. They're friendly, I'm friendly. If they're not, I still won't come online and flipping blast the subculture for it. It's one bloody person. So, come on, let's be bloody more positive. Let's stop all this bloody shit. Because if I bring out a bloody video tomorrow and it's something to do with emos, you'll get somebody either say something about, oh, bloody emos are not goth or something or the other, or at least they'll sit at home sort of spitting flames or something. It's not on. It's not what goth's about. We're not bloody angels unless we got black wings or something. But bloody hell, we don't have to be total bloody scumbags. You know, let's treat people how we want to be treated. So use that benchmark. When you see somebody or you see it online or wherever, just think, that's me, the other side, the bloody coin. Treat the person how you want them to treat you. If they come on and give you a bit of shit, give them a little bit of shit back. But don't condemn them all for one little shit, because there is some little shit goths. I've come across a few little shit goths. So folks, yeah, it goes along that whole spectrum really. Be tolerant, don't give all this crap with other goths, don't give it to emos, especially because that's the big one I see, and other subcultures, and the culture, the people out there in the world, because bloody hell, I come across some bloody lovely people. It's I'm not saying people behind me or something are not giving me shit, but they don't say it loud enough that I hear it. People don't generally come up to me and give me shit. The people that come up to me and talk to me everyday people that just see you, and for goodness knows why, they want to make contact with you and just say 2 or 3 sentences or whatever. And yesterday I had this little old woman with a little pushy thing that they walk with, walking frame. I was in a cafe, she went that way, and as she come back she stopped. You don't mind if I talk to you, dear? I said, no, it's fine. And then the usual thing with lots of older people, what's that tartan you're wearing? Because it's an opener. So I said, because my friend's sitting over there, another old lady said she's got Scottish ancestry or something. And then we get into the thing, she was also wondering what you're wearing under there. So I said, well, I usually say Good girls don't ask, bad girls find out for themselves. That made her flipping day. And she went over to a friend, and I heard her in the distance going, and he was saying, good girls don't ask. What the hell's that? Two people that were happy because you smile, goths can bloody smile, and because you took the time to talk to them. I've had grown men that have eventually talked to me that said, I wanted to talk to you for a long time, but you frightened the freaking crap out of me. Black, things you wear and everything can frighten people. And they will find little ways of trying to communicate with you, but keeping a distance because they're not sure what the hell you're going to do or what you're going to say. So be aware of that, and just think in your mind, what I want people to do and be with me, that's what I'm going to be to others, whatever they are, and life will be bloody a lot better and fun. I don't give a shit if somebody ever says to me, you're goth, why are you bloody smiling? I don't give a shit. I'm going to smile, and I'm going to smile at people, and if people say hello, I'm going to say hello, and if people look like they're going to start a conversation, I'll converse. So yeah, I don't know how people will take this, but I'm not changing my mind. Nobody can convince me that it's right to pull anybody down. So, and especially for emos that are generally youngsters, you know, I think we should be a bit more bloody tolerant and stop the crap. Because I know for certain if I put something up in a goth group and it's about emos, the spit in a start, that's not on. And what the hell that's about, where that comes from, buggered if I know. And I don't give a shit if there's a few arseholes in this subculture and that one, they're not all the bloody same. So let's get on with life. So now you can go and have your cup of tea. And bugger, I forgot my cup of tea. But maybe I'm thinking a bit bloody straighter lately and thinking, I'll make it at the bloody end so I actually get to drink it. So folks, have fun, be kind to yourself and to others. Have fun.